Guten Abend, meine Freunde. At least the 20% of the viewers right now is German, I know that. Hello, Xarbercrow. We have a moderator here, so don't misbehave, basically. Anyways, I should probably really have tested this out a little bit more, most likely. But I can see we're potentially a bit loud. But we have a new sound system, as you may or may not see, mounted on me right here. Isn't that quite nice? Right. Loud and clear, Lieutenant Cravey. Thank you very much. I've spent some of that supporter money on a microphone that's not crap, and it sits right here. Isn't that nice? In any case, I don't see it, but I hear the difference. Well, that is quite nice. The insane thing is that, you know, I can take my stuff, don't mind me. It's a wireless model. You should be able to hear me as clear, and I'm in another room, so yeah. It's pretty funny that I can just walk around like this. And now I'm walking back and here I am. Isn't that quite nice? Very handy, I think. Anyways, we should be getting into some From the Depth, but I also think we should be getting into some music. I think we're gonna go... What do you mean loading? Anyways. It's the wrong window. And I have a little slideshow in the background there. Very nice. I'm just gonna drag them all in here. And that's hopefully an acceptable background music level. So, very welcome. Here we are. And today we're going to build and test something From the Depth. So that's going to be pretty interesting. It was a while ago, and I have the intent to stream often, as you all know. It's just that I'm not doing it very well, and especially since we had problems with like last USB system. I'll just tell you, I absolutely hate the guts out of Lenovo laptops in general, because it turns out the problems I had were basically specifically bound to Lenovo. And I talked with support. Oh my god, I think I had like 100 email conversation with Lenovo support, and I specifically made sure to talk to different guys, but they will not help me because they say I've damaged the USB ports, which is insane. They even asked me to send images of the USB ports, so I did, and I was like, why having images of USB ports, like who cares? So I actually gave them some pretty shit images. I wouldn't think that like I thought they would ask me to send new pictures because they were shit. They were shit, I tell you that. They were really bad. But they instead said that we can see from these images that you have damaged the USB ports yourself, and therefore you're not covered by warranty. So I'm like, And obviously it's no problem with the USB port. And I even told them the issue was from the beginning. You know, it's been all along like this. But they said no. So yeah, but I shouldn't sit here and complain about that. That doesn't matter very much. I've gotten another microphone system and it plays happily with my Lenovo laptop. It's a better sound too, so something good came out of it, right? What is important though is that the army of GMODISM Gimli-class battleship has returned to the front page. That has to be celebrated. Anyways, we should be checking. Oh, and you know what I fixed? I'm sure you missed it very much, but we have a widescreen mode. It's back, so I'm sure you're very happy. And while we're here at the widescreen mode, I will say cheers very much, because I'm going to have carbonated the drinks. So, for some reason, why aren't you picking up my screen? No, now we're working. Do you see my loading? Isn't those loading screens pretty? Yes, Sauerkraut, start already. I know. Between the times I don't stream, I forget how to stream anyways. Crap, this looks like shit. Actually, before I turn that back, we're going to start a really big Cravey. There we are. We're going to continue to build on this thing. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna do that instead. We don't need to build on the super big thing right now. Maximum quality. So, it's yeah, so okay, it's a bit late, Sauerkraut. I was procrastinating, that's why I didn't start earlier. Oh, wait, before I... Cravey, can you confirm you're still in this chat? I don't want to spawn it if it's not confirmed. Okay, you're still here. Great. So, we're gonna build a small build for Lieutenant Cravey. This is gonna be a video later, of course. But this is the first iteration. It's basically nothing, of course. I just wanted to save the progress. So then we have the second iteration, which is this thing. So basically, Cravey wanted a hydrofoil that can go over a submarine and like zap it with PACs. So that's what we're building. And it's also going to have some routines to be able to shoot at things in front of it / over it. So yeah, that's what they're building right here. And Cravey is a lieutenant, so this is a small build in thankfulness of the monthly support. And this is the third iteration. So I added a little jet engine just to, I don't know, no reason. But we're basically having this a little bit like a... there are like some water insects that are kind of riding the surfaces of the water or something like that. and they're a little bit inspired of that. That's like the outline. That's just going to nowhere, but... And then the fourth iteration looks like this. So I started to give out some pretty cool shapes on the side here. The armor is suffering, yes. I know what you're talking... Yeah. I kind of know their name in Swedish, but that doesn't help anyone. So, yeah. Anyways, that's like the... try to make some nicer shapes here, and the armor is suffering, yes. But on the other hand, if this gets shot, by anything that's not very small, tiny arms or secondary frag, it's dead anyway, so we don't need to try and armor this. So we're gonna have a hidden like turret block here on the side, because it's gonna have a vertical turret. So I found a way to hide the local weapon controller in the arm here. And water striders, that sounds like a very cool. So Cravey, if you don't have a better name for it, we can probably make something with water striders. I don't know. This is like the general shape of it, and it takes forever for me to like make a shape that I like. But it's gonna have hydrofoil. Maybe it's gonna be rudders. I think they're a little bit better actually. But for now, they're just regular hydrofoils, and they have rubber feet in case it tries to go on land, you know, which it may be able to do. I don't know. Well, yes, yes, Lieutenant Cravey. I'm not the best with names either. And this is the last iteration so far, the iteration number 5. So I instead switched to a custom jet engine. I don't think we need that, to be quite honest, but yeah, why not? So we have a ducted intake here. We have, of course, batteries, because we need a lot of batteries. And while you're wondering why we have a custom jet engine, that's of course that we need a generator. We need a generator, so it produces already 40%, goes to generating energy straight away. This thing is gonna be very expensive for what it is. It's probably gonna be in the cost more of what a medium craft should be, but that's because we're using PAC. What can we do? PAC is PAC, PAC is packing a punch, but PAC is costing. And yeah, right now the cost is 17,000, but you know, what can we do? I'm gonna try and avoid to overdrive this thing if we don't can/need to. We're gonna see. So hopefully we're gonna be able to make this thing work somehow. And for now, we have some. I think we're gonna have some water propellers on the feet too, because it turns out that the thrust is a little bit uneven when it's only up here. So if we can divide it out, I think it's gonna be a little bit smoother. Now, how we're gonna set up this AI, that's of course another mystery. And it won't need ammo boxes, but it's gonna have fuel. So if this fuel gets destroyed, we're gonna have a very bad day. I'm not sure if we can build the AI here. I think it may block the turret, you know. So I think 1, 2, most likely, yeah, it's gonna be here, you know. But on the other hand, if wherever we are shot, if ever we are shot, it's gonna be hard to not die. So gotta be a little bit evasive. Yeah, short range lens. That's what I had here. Short range lens, set to low focus. We don't need more focus. It's set to like 30 focus right now. We don't need focus that's more than what we need. We're gonna see if it misses or not. Basically, that's you know. Let's have a boxed brain here. See, how can we build this thing as compactly as possible? So perhaps we need. I'm just gonna guess on. That's not that can't be efficient like that, maybe. And we can probably have upwards here too, possibly. Maybe we can make it like an L shape. We can see if we can fit everything we need inside of here. So we need a wireless transmitter. I wonder if the card slot, aim point, target prioritization, that is necessary. Aim point selection, that's probably not needed because we're not going to be accurate enough to use that anyways. So perhaps, let me see if a card slot can be used as a connector piece. It can. Aim point selection, target prioritization, like that. Then we kind of have one slot here. This can't be very efficient, can it? This has to generally suck a bit. Well, inter-vehicle transmitter, that can be pretty useful to have. Oh, this is just not going to fit, is it? Well, I don't know if the most space efficient thing ever, but if, yeah, well, whatever. I'm yeah. Couldn't we like 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We should be able to have 6. Yeah, okay. I'm not very intelligent. We're gonna do like this. Obviously, the AI can be in the middle because we can actually use the AI pieces as connectors. A wireless transmitter there. Inter-vehicle transmitter here. And we can have a card slot there. No, we're not gonna have you. A target prior thing there. And we have 2 slots free here. Yeah. I just free up 2 slots by being less. Yeah. So we're going to have this one. We're going to have a snooper. That's going to be pretty needed. And we're going to have... we can't fit them all here, but we need to have... what are they even called? Computers. Processing cards. And one there. Probably have one on top as well. Actually. Then we can have there. And the card slot. We can have. It's now connected. And this should be mounted on the card slot. Yep, it is. Very nice, very nice. The AI Tetris is tricky. Can't agree more. So, okay. Now, making a hydrofoil. This is probably going to be fly over. Steps to expect it to be flying. Yeah, whatever. Attack run with U-turn on the target. So it's gonna switch behaviors. That's gonna be a little bit tricky. I guess we can start with making it capacity full. Yeah, okay, we're gonna start with a attack run. 1.0. Let's, isn't there 2.0? Attack run 2.0. Fly over, flee to distance, repeat, right? Attack, followed by a U-turn. Flee to safe distance. I don't know which one would done me best. Netrameiras, Sanna Mittbanans Hydrofoil. It's broken? What did break? So we need to just make it ignore altitude. Probably we need to set it with some ACBs. Or general PIDs probably. Or not providing controls for that. Yeah. It can't steer itself, so it's gonna be water, definitely. It's not gonna have altitude avoidance. It's not gonna have... Ooh. I'm not sure we can avoidance for allies. It can't control its altitude, and if it controls its bearing, I'm scared that it may try to turn away from a sub we want to go over. But if we're not on the same altitude, that should be okay. Right. Can it take 10 seconds? Should be able to turn on that. Updated the turrets after the change? Yeah, if you have such an old design, it's probably better to... Water depth required. Like 2 or something. Terrain. So it can go in incredibly shallow waters. It should really be able to. Right, this may be okay. I think this won't be able to go reverse. That is the setting so far. Now, is this a... This is not an airplane. It's probably a ship or tank. Or a hover movement, but you know, it's probably gonna be ship or tank. Pretty basic. Ideal pitch angle should be 0. And it can be activated there. We might need to stick some general PIDs in there, but that will be a later thing. With rubber feet, it may even be able to just slide on the ground. I think it can be, but we're not quite sure how it's going to handle turning side to side. It may be difficult for it to use only custom jet engine propulsion, and if it can't use... If it only uses the custom jet engine, you know, I'm not sure. I think it may like tilt over on the ground. We're gonna see though, but that can be a later addition, but it's not the main task at hand. Right. $50 meters. 50 meters of the final waypoint. It will use forward and backward propulsion to bring speed. Yeah. Great. I guess we're just gonna leave it as here. Here is, of course. AOG. Army of GMODISM, Lieutenant Cravey. Is the controller of this craft. Right. This has to be the 6th iteration. I wonder what it's trying to do now. Oh yeah, I only set them to be like static. Of course, gonna be turn this off. It's gonna be super bad. It's going to be a pusher. We can use some ACBs to make it turn with a jet. Right now, this is going to be used to jaw. This goes forward, it's going to jaw left, right. This is also a left jaw. This is a right jaw. Now pitch is a little bit sad here. This is probably far too strong. So the most reasonable thing would probably be to go to the jet generator and set maximum thrust to like 10% of it, so we can increase the speed when we are stable. We just set this to... This is going to be... It's not being controlled at all now. Let's see, here is this pitch / roll, whichever it is. This needs to be roller too, that's right. Maybe gonna be roll left. We try to... No, it seemed a little bit stable here. Roll left. And if this is going, whatever is going, it's gonna be pitched down right, probably. This is like just trial and error for me. So this gonna be pitched up then. Roll left maybe. Gonna see if it turns upside down. Then this is gonna be pitch up right, roll right. Let's see if I mirror those settings. Pitch up, roll left, pitch up, roll right. Roll right, pitch down. Roll left, pitch down. Okay. Now we may be at a reasonable level. In an unrelated note, says Cravey, I noticed there was an ACB setting that you can have activate based on target's heat signature. Hello Nova Galaxy, welcome to this stream. And so heat signature, that's a pretty cool little thing. I'm not quite sure where it would be necessarily useful though, but it should be a pretty useful thing. If you want to target like a thing that you can burn down, if it has a heat signature that's very high, maybe you can make the flamers go and get it. It would be cool to have like your friendly vehicles. Reset. So I'm just gonna use some water propellers here right now just to make it like a little bit, just go a little bit upwards here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, it looks like it's totally messing up. Look at that. So the pitch settings were probably all wrong then. So we're going to change them to the reverse. Maybe. Is maybe roll setting set to the wrong thing then also? I'm gonna set this to roll left. This is always... when you don't know what's up and down on a thing, it becomes a little bit like when they are in the water, are they gonna be negative or like not? Oh crap, this is gonna be pretty fast. Right. Alright, we can actually look on them here. So now, whoops. Actually, it's getting a bit confusing when they're having like both commands. So we can like do this one here. If it's just a pitcher, it should pitch us down. So when this backside should be going down, it should want to go down, right? Which it does now. So this should be pitched down, and it's not. Then this means we pitch up. Oh no. Well, anyways. Wait. This is the part in building I always struggle with, yeah. Oh, I missed a lot of comments here. I was so focused. Anyways. Let me wouldn't be useful. Yeah. We can't detect subs with the thermal. We need sonar somewhere here. I usually set hydrofoils to some angle and do not respond to pitch and roll. Yeah, exactly. But this hydrofoil is so small and light. I'm not sure it's going to work. I think we need something to keep it stable, but maybe it can do with air parts too. We'll see. Visiting old ships. Well, that's nice. We don't have such that you can visit Sweden. Battleship Park. Cool. The USS Drum. Cool. If I ever go to the States again, I should check that out. Anyways. Now this thing should be... This is push preset, right? So if this was a roller, I can check it. Man, this thing. Maybe. We can actually set this up with just ACBs from straight off the bat. Maybe we don't need to struggle with this anymore. Like, maybe I should just do as you say, you know, and have these hydrofoils just be a fixed angle like they were before. I actually, for the constabulary, I made such a thing here. AirPods controller, it's not that one. It is the thruster jaw director. I think. Okay, I just place them on top of here. If jaw command is left. Oh, and their range needs to be increased here. Or I'll just put them a tad bit closer. That works too. Yeah. If the jaw command is right, left. Okay, it's as it should be. Great. Then we can probably set one up for pitch instead. This menu is not the best. Emotes. Kekleo emotes. Well, band has been well, great work, Sauber. USS Drum. That's a fun name for a sub. It makes you feel like they just took a barrel and made it a sub or something. It's probably how they made the first subs in the Civil War or something. I think many of the first ones were made during that time and place. If I recall correctly. Anyways, pitch command. If we have a pitch command, we should set pitch. Yeah. If jaw command is set right, if pitch command is none, then it's gonna be here, which means pitch is gonna be 0. Great. Now this is gonna be the guessing game. If pitch command is up, we're gonna set this to 15. That means that if pitch command is down, we can set this to negative, and we're gonna see if we need to turn them around or not. Wait, what? This is like suspiciously quiet. All right. I kind of already have a feeling this is a better idea in general. Good you said that idea, because we do not have a good way to actually provide a proper control of this thing anyways. So, first sub ever used in combat was the turtle in an American Revolution. Yes, so I was recalling somewhat correctly. Ish. The first sub ever to sink in a ship was the Hunley in the Civil War. Thanks for the information. We're gonna reset this thing. We're gonna set it to a nice stable 3 degrees. Now it's just sitting here and looking a bit sad though. That's not good. I'm just going to add some extra boosters. This thing can be very dead. This thing can be too. And this thing as well. So now we have only one we need to care about. I think this is an... No, wait, let's see here. It's janking around a little bit here, but... It's a sea vehicle, so we should set it as that. Right. Oh man. I think it surely has enough power. So for now, we're gonna set the jet generator to maximum thrust used for the generator. Yeah, okay, I set it the wrong way around. It needs to be set at 90. Is this... Oh, it has... they're not close enough. That explains it. Target is gonna be a lot longer. Not gonna have any other CGEs on this thing anyways. Or wait. Oh crap. They controlled the... No! Nova Galaxy. I shall hydrate. Yes, Jack has been added to, and isn't that nice? Do you need help working on your hydro? Follow. Follow what? Yes. You mean follow your suggestions? Well, of course. Of course. I did now. So, now we are accidentally controlling... Yeah, okay. That wasn't the best. Whatever. So, if we're having 9 meters, 10 meters, that's kind of what it was set as, wasn't it? And this should be set... It controls 3 blocks instantly. Well, what can we do then? One block. Oh no, okay, never mind, okay. So basically, maybe we need to, you know what, we're just gonna do like this. I think we, like what does this control anyway? This is pitch. We can't use anything else for pitch, can we? Actually, we may be able to. I just realized that I can add a search pattern if we really need to. So now everything is controlled here, and there, and there. Great. You just need to make sure they are not set up in a weird way. To me, it honestly looks like it's pretty stable. Now, also, go here or something. Very nice. Like that, I mean. Right. It's probably a little bit too harsh in its type of control. We can either change the angles or we can change the PIDs. For the pitch command, which is going to be some pretty subtle movements, I expect them to be. So I think we're going to limit it to a 4-degree control. I think that's going to be more than enough. Oh crap. No, okay, never mind. 4 degrees, this way too. Hydrofoil, use PID. Yes, I should do that too. Very welcome. First time chat, Rocket Inator. Does the built-in AI control not work? Oh yes, the built-in AI control has PIDs too. This is not going to be like manual controlled, so I don't think we need general PIDs for this. One thing I need to control, that is that they are not like... Actually, I probably need to take away some things. We need to have a search pattern. Search pattern A. We should not be able to... We should remove weird stuff. Is it the Shift N I have to press, isn't it? I think it is. Shift N, A, done. Okay. Now it works. N flies. This... Maybe 4 degrees wasn't enough anyways. Obviously, if we get on the wrong degree here, it's not gonna be enough. Let's say 8 degrees then. It should be enough though. Whatever. PIDs we should check out. First time bricked. Sauber is working hard to add a new cool emojis. I don't watch Twitch streams, so I wouldn't know. Now is the little issue here. There is a risk that the angle has been kind of stuck here. So we're gonna replace these. It's not needed, we need them either. And these can probably be removed by now too. That's more like it. Except it's not controlling the pitch very well, is it? Zero blocks controlled? Why? Jet exhaust name. It's like the jet controller. It should be the exhaust, right? No, it works. So it's the controller, right? I thought it was the exhaust, right? Apparently I was completely wrong. It is the jet controller. And now one block is controlled. Okay. And now we can see pitches working. So maybe 4 degrees was actually very nice. Anyways, Rocket says hovercraft AI and ship AI have a lot of customization options. They do, but I don't want to be bothered with altitude. But it may be, it's just the initial setup. So if we had, for example, we can check that hover movement, we can take that instead. Dual lock, and here is the thing. We have nothing for pitch, like roll or something like that. The roll control is hopefully nothing we actually need to bother with, because nothing should make it like tilt over, I suppose. It can happen though, of course, but yeah. Maybe this is better, but as for now, I see it more risk of like sliding or gliding to the surface, to the sides or stuff like that. This thing has to hit dead on. It needs to go over stuff to be able to work. That's the question. Why did it flip? Well, maybe it's just a little bit dead here. Anyways. I think this is a good thing to save. What happens if we were to spawn a marauder or something? And we don't have like the maneuvers or anything really. We need to find where we even are. And this thing obviously doesn't even detect it, because it doesn't have enough detection available. So, oh! What? They tried to shoot it? Man. That took so much energy. This is insane. This is a little bit too large pack for this thing. Oh, that's a pretty sharp angle the pack can shoot in. Now we're out of... Oh, okay. Disengage altitude. We don't need to, like... We should probably make it not care about altitude at all. They fly over... Maybe we should have a... Pitch to target distance, break off distance. No. What if? Just... To set it up here. And it doesn't quite... even go forwards because it doesn't detect the enemy, right? So we can't have this in the end product, but for now we are going to just add a little bit of a sonar, maybe a passive sonar 360 and a active sonar on top of it. We have something. Not enough processing power. And somehow it refuses to work. Maybe it's something else actually. I don't know. Let's just give it some regular standard detection. God, we have too much detection on this thing. There we go. Hovercraft AI and ship AI have a lot of customization options. Oh yeah, I read that. We're gonna have a little share here, so we can stay close to it while testing things out. Oh. Is it that it's trying to go reverse, perhaps? Forward. Oh. It doesn't know it may need to use it to jaw as well, right? For a short-range punt, it doesn't need anything precise. Quite so. We're just choosing to... We're just gonna turn off collision avoidance for now. For a ship or tank, okay. Pitch control, great. Ideal pitch angle 0. Maybe even 0. Like tiny positive, maybe. And oh god damn it, I'm so... What the hell? Look at that. Right, so yes, so it was the wrong AI setting. Never mind, don't mind me, we're fine. What we did for the last 5 minutes is completely waste of time. Sorry for wasting time. Yeah, so yeah, it doesn't need this precise anything. I know. I'm just, I don't know, raw, completely inaccurate, wrong error searching. So yeah. As of that, we don't need this charge behavior. We of course can go with the attack run instead. And we're gonna have altitude. Begin attack run when beyond. I'm gonna be a little bit further, 800 meters maybe. Maybe too far, I don't know. Abort attack run when below. We're not gonna abort attack run. We're just gonna go over it, right? Wait 15 seconds. Yeah, that's probably reasonable. Select, great, tank. So now, we are not quite very... The thing is, I wonder like hydrofoils or rudders, which is like the strongest thing. I think rudders may be better, but I'm not actually sure. We of course need tiny control surfaces for something like this. It's just a slight upwards angle. I'm just gonna try and add rudders instead of here. I know that rudders have a slight effect even in air, whereas I think hydrofoils does not. And they're trying to help with pitch. We don't want that. I guess we can help, maybe help with roll, probably not. I suppose we should have a axis offset. That's pretty nice. Then we can make it be a little bit stronger than it should be. And just make it be a little bit upwards here. Like some 15. Something like that, maybe. Ooh. This one as well, except that the offset is gonna go the other way. Maybe. We seem to be ish hydrofoiling. Right. Rocket rudders are probably stronger, but hydrofoils are easier. The megawatt uses rudders and it might be good to look at. Yeah, I've been using rudders as well. You know, you can use the, I don't know if that works anymore, but you can use like not these rudders, but there is also the rudder rudders. They're a little bit weird, but they may be very strong too. All right. We're pretty hydrofoily now, I feel. We're so far away from this thing, aren't we? 4,000 meters? We're doing like a good 12 meters per second. Yeah, we're gonna do attack run stuff. We can probably set this, we can improve this, the strength of our jet engine here a little bit, perhaps. Oh, oh no, it's pitching us downwards. Yes, that's because the AI setting, right? We shouldn't set things. Set this to 0 for now. So we don't accidentally... It's going a little bit deep here. It's possible that we need to have this forward ones a little bit sharper angle. Not like that sharp angle, but let's set it to like 0.4 for now. So it's not gonna use some energy to... Then we have the roll thing. Hopefully it's not gonna be an issue. But now we move to a sturdy 40. Is the altitude settings? Rudders are probably stronger. No, is the altitude? I don't think it can control altitude, right? But maybe you're right. That might be it. That might be it actually. It's set to 0, and that might be the thing. Let's see if we can check a box here at if we set this to like very negative. Yeah, maybe. Now we come to the point of like, I have no idea. But now we have set it to something else instead. So now it should want to go down into the water, which is obviously not either very good, but we might need to make it not control altitude, but it has pitch to control altitude with. So question is, can we have this AI setting is the question. Attack run with flyover. So if we throw this one away, hover above or below, it's not going to be a good idea. Point at, attack run. Let's see if the attack run, break of distance, break of altitude. Ignore altitude. Very nice. Manual control hydrofoils. Turn on hover controls. This allows altitude control. Yes. But for this time, I actually don't want to have altitude control, because if we have waves, the altitude control might come back and bite us. To the target. We're gonna have a 1 meter break of distance. We'll pitch to the target when below this distance. We're not gonna pitch to the target. Re-engage distance, 1000 meters. Yeah, sure. That's probably nice. Now we're moving towards, and it's going to probably... Yeah, that's nice, that's nice. Now we have control over the vehicle-ish. Oh. It's gonna do a collision here, because it is now trying to hunt submarines, so it's not very smart. We're in God mode though. Oh, now it's just sitting there and oof, pretty hardcore damage. Damn. We should have a submarine to be the enemy instead, right? So, submarines. Now it would have been useful to actually have played the game, like campaign. Ah, waves. Those give my build trouble. My first few ships will hit a wave and it jumps into the air like a skateboard. Oh, look at that. Now we can start seeing the action. Whoa. We are supposed to achieve here. Can we see it's going over? And now it's gonna take forever to charge this thing, probably. There we have it. Yeah, shooting down like that. That's nice. That's nice. We're getting somewhere here. We are actually getting somewhere. This is nice. This works. This works. So yeah, 360 camera is something we might need to have. But yeah, I wonder how much like these actually help. Are they even useful? They don't hurt, right? Because here we can clearly see we could have had some sonar system possibly. Anyways, we're gonna play around a little bit with the PIDs here. It's of course obvious that we are turning too steeply. So the jaw PID needs to be a little bit more smooth here. Maybe like that. The pitch one is a little bit janky too. Probably can be very small. That's a little bit more stable, maybe. Something like that. And I'm wondering, like, the jaw has to be pretty steep, but it's possible that the pitch angles are still a bit much, because when I changed them back to 8 degrees, it was under a wrong assumption. So it's gonna be like I thought, at like 4 degrees at the most is probably a smart level. What are we doing here now? Reverse angle when going backwards. Well, it shouldn't be able to go backwards anyways. But I feel our angle is a little bit... We may need to add somewhat of a pitch control to these. I kind of don't want to do that, because I just want him to glide on the water, you know? Maybe. The thing we should do is add some plane parts, like some ailerons here. Let's just have some ailerons here. We can probably control the roll a lot better. Oh man, this can probably be a thing. Let's see, the ailerons is the... We're gonna control the roll, yeah? And aero elevator, or even. Maybe we can hide some like tail planes in this thing. We're just gonna add a couple of them just for checking out stuff. Now it digs itself down a little bit too much. Maybe like having one of these is a little bit too little. That makes sense too. Possibly. We can make sure that the pitch angle, if it's gonna have powered like this, we might make them help a little bit. And the issue is, of course, that we're having the propulsion so much above the center of the drag, and that's why it's pitches itself forward. That's going to be very hard to... it's not possible to remove that problem, but we can, of course, mitigate it. Oh, crap. Good, I have God mode on. I hate when you, like, build something and they ram into the enemy. And they're like completely dying, and you are also completely dying, so you don't even have a block to restore. The blueprint you're building on is just completely gone. That's not fun. But I feel the generator is a little bit too strong. So we should set the generator to like, maybe we can have the original like 7, just be 20%. It's so cute, it skips up and down like that. That's so cool. We're gonna have real issues if we ever meet this with our design, the Water Strider, or what our lieutenant will name it. Yeah. Perhaps we need to think a little bit more on some details and stuff on this thing. And of course need to switch targets as well. Now, having a laser rangefinder is probably not very important, but it's going to be hard to not make it have a, what is this? A camera, right? So Water Striders sounds like a good name. Well, that's nice. If you come up with a better name, of course, just drop that suggestion instead. But until then, the working name of it will be the Water Strider. Question is, like, this is just adding so much drag. We obviously we don't need some advanced stuff. It's enough with a regular passive active sonar, I mean. And most likely we can have it in the back here. We have the propulsion there. Maybe we can just remove the back portion of the propulsion here. I'm not sure it helps much anyways. And this is of course a block that's not absolutely necessary. And if we say that is the case, then we should be able to add this thing here. And be able to add the receiver inside of here instead. Oh, look at that. It doesn't have very many connection points. Oh, well, whatever. I'm sure this is going to be very sturdy and fine. This thing needs to be... Actually, oh no. Oh, it was held together by that. Okay. That's not the best. That little end part here, this could be just mimicked. We don't need to... That doesn't have to be reality. Because we really want some decently sturdy blocks to be... maybe like this. Could be probably nice. And then we can just add that as a with fleet color, thank you. And to not get into some weird issues, we're gonna do the same on this side. And this is of course going to be as well. This has no color. So we're going to, no. We're going to mimic that back there to remove it and replace it with a triangle corner instead. And then this thing should, oh, right, of course. That has to be mirrored. Mirrored back there to be replaced by this one instead. Forwards is blocked. Oh no, why didn't I think of that? It's yeah, so never mind. It's not gonna work. I'm just going to undo stuff until we're back at a reasonable point. There we go. They can probably be removed, yes, but we're gonna remove those. Or not. I just have to stick down then. It will be a little bit... yeah. Possibly. But it's the question is, we can't like remove all of the rubber. For now, we're just gonna have it here until we find a better solution. That's what we're gonna do. So it doesn't see out of the right, but that doesn't matter. Okay, we accidentally mirrored it there. That's fine. We first need to get this thing working in general, so we don't need to be too nitpicky. Now we have a little bit trouble with detection, so I suppose we're just gonna have them inside of there for the time being. Anyways, we're gonna have a little ad break, so I'm going to go and take something more to drink. So we're gonna have a longer ad break. See you very soon. Well, well, well. Why do I give myself such a headache? I want my ornithopter to fold its wings when it's docked to a carrier, but the breadboard doesn't really do how I want. That's the problem with breadboard, it never does how you want. Anyways, Lieutenant Kravy's gonna be other stuff. Somewhat AFK / distracted. No trouble at all. I think we are going to continue more on this thing a little bit later. I just want to... Let's spawn one big thing here, just to see what happens. Oh crap. That thing like jumps up and down. That's crazy. This is like a ship we probably wouldn't survive very well against. That's absolutely insane. Oh. Man, it goes in such a close combat. Bam. It does deal some damage though. Yeah. Bam. It doesn't go very far away either. This thing needs to be tweaked forever, but I think we've spent enough for this stream. On Lieutenant Kravy's build. We're going to look at some larger stuff, but we're going to have the game screen instead, so we have some better views going on there. Anyways, we're gonna save this thing. Iteration 6 is probably a-okay. Oh, this shell I wanted to make into a gun, yeah. Are we gonna do that? I have so many things. New turret, save with ammo. What is this? Now I'm curious, like, when I save things, the names make sense, but sometimes they... Yeah. Oh, this is for the APS tutorial thing? It's a rail-assisted 150mm gun. What's special about this shell then? Frag EMP. Is this... Why did I want this? Like this chemical shell? Why? Why was that a good idea? I don't know. Well, who knows, whatever. Not this time. Why did I like that shell? No! New turret, save with ammo that's good. Yes, that was the thing. I wanted to make a shell that was good because that shell was crap. Now I get it. Does anyone want this? You know, I made a big like video with all the different words recently. This is it. This is it. I've saved this thing in case someone wants the dictionary as a saved thing. I think there is even... Yeah, I even have this one here. It's like most of the text. I don't know. Maybe we should just delete this thing. If anyone needs it, please tell me. I can drop it in the Discord. Oh yes, this is our VLM interceptors video, and there are some new cool ideas that made things like extra difficult, because you can stack like small rail launchers and stuff like that. But the thing is that you can do the same with the mediums, and I didn't really think of that. So that's something. These has to be like. If you didn't see the video with where we tested the different settings for VLM interceptors, this should be something. Like, these are the best VLM interceptors I could make so far, but I need to test them with some with the medium systems as well, being rail launched, because they launch at a slower speed, which is beneficial in this case. You can see it's insane. We can defend ourselves against the crossbones crams. When they come in too many, we can't, because they are set to trigger all at once, because they're really set up to deal with some heavier cram systems rather than cram barrages. Now you can see we activate the crossbones AA system because it's kind of thinking it's incoming missiles. They all launch at once, and they have a pretty good hit rate. And as said in the tests, I shouldn't have mixed small and medium ones, because that skews the results, of course. But man, that's so cool. I like this so much. It's fun stuff. So Sunnemitbollen, what is the other project you need to go back and work on? Final all bests. Right. Why did this change here? That's so weird. Whatever. God damn it, that's so much. From the VLM tests, it's crazy. APN and prediction guidance. APN was just so much better. Slow and fast. Yeah. It's like for old videos, we don't need that. Preferences or coordinate, stagger or not. That was a cool test. Everyone says stagger, the tests showed not stagger. Amun-Ra. That sounds very Egyptian. Amun, isn't that some old Mesopotamian god or something? If I remember correctly. Anyways. Ring Shields tutorial platform. That may need to be moved to the platforms folder. That's actually a good learning example. What is this decorating? Oh. Oh yes. I didn't finish them, did I? Let's see. Tracking and detection. Yes, I did. I did finish them. That one. I think I never shown these. Yeah, I never shown these. These are rotating decoys to trick enemies. And they have the circuits integrated and stuff like that. So they just work, and they look like radar towers, even though I added a little extra radar on it just to make them actually be radar towers too. Well, if I save them, then I don't need to have that. Oh my god, a little bit funny. This thing works. I just need to figure out whatever we're gonna have as weapons on this thing. Man, that's pretty quick actually. It's cool. Whatever. It's Egyptian. Going to be a massive battleship, says Sunamit Bonham. It's 6 plasma turrets. What's the cost of that ship then? Oh, right. Cravey is a little bit off-tuned here, but this is a battle fort example. That was a suggestion. Should make a little battle fort thing, which is cool. This thing can sit here all day. It's pretty expensive for what it is, but it has a good couple of like engines and lasers and stuff like that. And oh yes, here we have one of those nice towers I got very inspired by to trick decoys, you know. It's very nice. Ooh, I wonder, maybe I should have kept my heat and radar decoy on different sides if it switches. I didn't think of that. Perhaps having a hot side and a cold side is a good idea. Ooh. Right. I don't know if I can show. Anyways. It kind of surprises me that the battle axe system is not that expensive right now. But I don't know. Do we even want to finish this thing is the question. It has some pretty good lamps here. 8 million is a pretty expensive build anyways. This is only 3 million. But it's just a... this is just the meme build. It's never gonna be good. It just never will. This is 500 millimeters at max RPM, basically. This is whatever. Rocket, do you have any Glow campaigns? I think I tried that like in 2019, I don't know. Yeah. First time chat, very welcome. How do you nerf? My plasma battleship is only 22 million. That's a lot. If you can, if you have a system decent enough to make battles with that, to download the Sheriff from the workshop and see if the Mirror 6 million, is it, or something? Sheriff will beat yours, or not. Probably won't, because it's so much cheaper, but, you know. I don't think there are that many very expensive plasma ships to choose from anyways. I feel like this thing is never gonna be a beautiful design. Like, let's face it, this is only gonna be a stupid, little bit fun thing that's probably never gonna see a proper tournament or battle or anything of that kind. We probably want to target blocks above water. Wait here. Yeah. We need to care about the... It loses pretty hard against Suzu's big ship. Suzu's big ships, she only builds big ships. There is the Juno of 9 million, there is the Stellaria, and there are two, Saturnus and Stellarian. I don't know which is which, both are very expensive. But neither of them is that expensive, are they? Well, download the Sheriff and you shall see if it beats it. That could be a fun thing to try. Or, now I'm a little bit lazy, but if you want to, you can DM me that blueprint, like now, and I can test that, if you want to. I'm not sure how my FPS will be, but we can try that out. Let's see here. So now the cool thing here is that we actually had some updated local weapon controllers. So I selected 4 local weapon controllers because I knew we probably get EMP'd. Oh, man. Yeah, this is a little bit EMP weak. That's very annoying. But if we can make sure, we're gonna add some surge protectors here. Since we spawned this thing, I thought that we could at least, you know, improve it a tiny little bit at least, so that we didn't spawn it in vain 100%. Because now we're connected to some heavy armor, that's good. Cooling vent. Where is that heavy armor anyways? Should be there. Anyways. If Amon-Ra is finished, I send it to you to challenge the Davidos. Yes, please do. That will be fun. That's something we can do like live. Right, so since this is never gonna be a very efficient fighter or anything like that, we might as well just play around with its shapes and add some, make it look a little bit cooler. It's not even EMP insulated for the lambs, so yeah. Also, this looks weird. You know what? We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna like make it have eyes. Oh, we'll need to. How did I even set this up? Oh, I didn't. Okay. So we're going to do... we're going to add some laser parts here. I3 lamps node. God damn it, this is a little bit larger. Oh! Carius nerf. I think I sent you the blueprint. I'm bad at Twitch. I don't know Twitch either. Isa Martin, thanks for the follow there. Let's see here. Did you DM me it on Discord, like the blueprint file? I'm super bad at... Oh, I see you sent me... Oh, it is on the workshop. Well, since you already sent it, I will subscribe to it. I absolutely hate the Steam Workshop integration. So yeah, we do that in a little bit. Thank you for the file, I will say. What we're gonna do, now I'm going to do like that. And then we're gonna do like this, copy to all on vehicle. 120 meters, that's a little bit... Yeah, that's probably gonna be fine. Okay, now we have I things instead. And this is 1 meter, that's great, because then we can work on this structure a little bit instead. Whoa. Sometimes it's hard to know if we have like the right color when we have weird angles. I have a feeling this will not look like the most intelligent creature ever. That's okay. I don't think we'll expect some great intelligence from a war axe, right? Also, if you enjoy this music, it is made by Windows 96. A very nice vaporwave-ish music maker. And we did a little fun deal, actually. So I can use the music for streams and stuff like that, as long as we give some kind of credit. So that's the credit. Isa Martin, the stream is going quite well. We'll need to just get back into it, man. It's just so... Yeah. I haven't been very good at streaming regularly the recent amount of time. Which I always tend to say, but you know. Alright, 4 in the front should probably be enough, I hope. Let's see here. Oh, I think propulsion might be set up to automatic, right? Well, whatever. It's probably fine. This is not never gonna be a craft that sees any serious action in tournament-wise, anyways. We just want to have something that can show people that you can make the max RPM, max gauge autocannon if you want to, and put it on a ship. And if it's good or not, that's, well, I guess not our problem. Oh my god. I kind of forgot about these missiles. They're absolutely too silly. Like, this is just absolutely insane. What are we even doing here? APN guidance. I wonder if... Is this like the max length? Is there a max length? No? Okay. We can make them even longer, it seems. Reinforced body. I have a feeling this would be a... Yeah, this is belt fed. This is belt fed 500 millimeters. Yes, it's belt fed 500 millimeters because, well, it's pretty hard to reach 2,400 RPM with any other system. I mean, it's not a serious build. Reload time of 90 seconds. Yeah, so this is 31 seconds. Oh, you mean the missiles? Yeah, of course. For each of the belt feds, you know, yeah. It is it is a longer missile, yes. It is. It's quite gross, as they say in our moderator's location. So let's see here. I need to like stop even, you know, trying making this thing decent. It doesn't matter, really. We just need to make it look-ish decent. It just doesn't have to be decent. Heavy barrel. I guess we can just add a little piece of regular barrel. No. Actually, this is funnier. Connected. I'm gonna have a start, right? Heavy barrel start. Or end. Oh, it's gonna be a start, but it was the wrong direction. So it goes out like that again, and then we have a bore activator. And then we're gonna do the sad old trick that everyone is using, because it's the only decent way. And that's using like a cram piece to mimic on some kind of barrel thing that at least looks half decent. Maybe. A little bit better at least. That. Please. That's good enough. And here on color 8, we have this little nice piece. That makes the barrel shiny. Something like that. Or actually, we're just gonna add a little bit on this every time. And eventually, it's gonna be decently decent, you know? That's the plan. Or looking decently decent. It's never gonna be decently decent, of course not. Was it just me? Oh. I heard like the, you know, the disturbance of picking up sounds from a mobile phone or something, but that's probably just a part of Windows 96 music here. Right. Question is, do we want to have any other type of silly weapons on this thing? I think diff guns is a little bit boring. Also, this is much funnier if it kind of has a negative idle elevation angle, I think. And it looks a little bit ready to engage. Anyways. Charge plasma. That's maybe something we want. What is... oh. Do I have the Cephis question? Do I have it saved? Let us see. Right. Battleships. So many things here. Let's in the meantime spawn another ship. It's here. We're gonna spawn Borderwise's Titan Slang instead. I think it will fry us a bit, but hopefully, oh yeah, we're at least getting the 500mm 2400 RPM action. It's pretty terrible, it really is, but it does something. It spams Hesh really hard. I tried some other weapon systems, but if you ever wanted anything to destroy your enemies' barrels and stuff, this should be it. I think you'll have to look far and wide for civs systems that will actually can actually take these out. However, due to their configuration, they have some smaller maneuverability issues, you know. Insanity airship, it's already damaged like 20%. You love Hesh sandblasters? Well, Sanamit, but I'm not sure I do. I think they're always worse than regular sandblasters. However, I think we had an ammunition explosion here. Not quite surprising at all, actually. But I do think our entire gun system serially detonated here. So we're gonna do a little sad repair all maneuver. And it looks like we have to do it again. And also refill the APS shells so we can enjoy the show. Because these like Hesh fragments, they're not the scariest ones, to be honest. They're so tiny. They're so enormously tiny. But yeah, they're better than having heavy heads for this thing. Oh, this thing has turning thrusters? Kind of forgot that. Yeah. The disturbance is definitely part of the music. Ugh. But when these missiles hit, they deal damage. They're definitely not worth it in any type, but yeah. This is just a very silly concept, that's all it is. I have a feeling though that it might actually need to engage targets being a little bit further away, but whatever. We're gonna clear up to go to the main menu. So I can download the massive It's the wrong thing. Need to refresh. Let's see, what was it called? Yes, it was the it was that one. Good. It's just I sometimes get very confused because normal people, unlike myself, doesn't. I'm just gonna save it to main folder here. No, actually not. We're gonna save it in the downloaded folder, because I actually got one of those now. I'm trying to reorder my things. I get confused because normal people, unlike myself, are not using the same username on everything they have. Just gonna close that down. I think we're going into designer mode. Or maybe we should have custom battle? Yeah, probably better. Crapshoot? Your Razage. Your Discord. And a cadet in the army of GMODISM also. Now let's see here. Now I'm getting lost, so I'm gonna click custom battle. And we're going to load the Gimle set as spawn a little bit further apart, max out that little bit. And we're going to have constabulary peacekeeping force. We're gonna have the sheriff carrier. Gonna be spawn altitude of 400 or something like that. Wait. 600. Okay. Then we're going to have the massive battleship. The Oxomoko, wasn't that Sannemitbonen / Netrameira? Yeah, you only have 2 usernames. Oh, I technically have 3. GMODISM, GMODIST, and Relaxism, right? Anyways. You sent the Oxomoko because you had it or a similar ship participating in the first ever big battleship tournament, where I think I asked some people to send in some stuff to challenge the broadsword. My broadsword, not the thing that won over the Gimle. And I think you sent me that in because you liked it more. Or something. But I don't know, you tell me. Oh crap, right, penalty points. Yeah, sorry, I need to go back and remove the altitude limit. The Mark 1 was against the broadsword, yes. So, altitude, distance, remove all that. And you are gonna be spawned, right? And you're gonna be spawned at the ground, right? Okay. But for what was the Mark II? I don't know, maybe you just sent it to me because you updated it or something. Do you need it? I can send it. Oh, we don't even need to try. I don't need to show off. I can't even. It's a laptop, come on. Yes, it's expensive. It doesn't matter. It's a laptop. It's bad performance. No way to turn it around. All right. So here we have the really big battleship. I have this saved. I have this saved in a tab on my in one of my browsers actually. I just didn't realize that the Karios nerf was same as Cadet Razg, you know? Or has Inferno? Yes. I didn't realize that, so that's if you were wondering. But I guess you assumed that, of course. Anyways, oh damn, that's a lot of big systems here. What are we costing? 22 millions, as you said. You already said that, yeah. A lot of weapons. I don't think the constabulary does have any chance here. Right. This is gonna be fun though. Very laggy. Oof. We had a little swarm of diff rods. Oh, you have some shotgun packs as well in the air. Ooh, the constabulary. The sheriff is already damaged 8%. I think we hanged out at the wrong area. Oh, those are pretty accurate here. Bam! It has a decent defense against the first pack blast, but after that it's game over. Whoa! The tiny fighters are trying to not die. This is gonna be difficult, yeah. Desperately trying to repair those fighters. I don't think the constabulary is gonna catch anyone today. Right. 73%. To my defense, the sheriff isn't that expensive. Well, you are targeting this more expensive design. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Okay, of course. It's not designer mode. It only knocked off 2%. Oh, bam! That's some scary packs. Look at the poor sheriff. What is it to do? It's very dying. Not very surprising. I think it actually costs 4 million and not 6 million. There, the battle is indeed over. We can go to setup and change some things. If you go the broadside packs, yeah, I saw them. I don't think my ship could handle an equivalent material costs. Yeah, probably not. I don't think my computer can handle that either, so you don't need to worry. But wait, what was I going to test? Oh yeah, that was if you finished the that we can test against the Super Davidos, right? So I have the Super Davidos, but before that, I think we're going to we're actually going to have a non-carrier sheriff because the carrier sheriff lags too much. So this is 4 million. Then we're gonna have another sheriff. Man, sideways spawn distance needs to be a little bit larger here. Spawn altitude 500 or whatever. So okay, 8 million, right? This is so insane, these costs, man. We all have spent so many hours on each of these millions, we all know that. And we're gonna have some sheriff deputies as well. 2 to be exact. I don't think we can handle anymore, to be honest. So apply to team. Yeah, and 5,000 meters is too far. Maybe like 4,000 something. Let's start here. Let's see. This is gonna take some while to load. So while it's loading, you'll just have to enjoy the view. Just kidding. We can do like this. Constabulary versus 2 times Seth. Maybe an interesting battle. Yes. 8-ish 10 million, you know? Woo. That was actually pretty fast. I unpaused, and my computer is a little bit paused right now. Okay. Here we are. This is too big scale, man. All right, we're gonna have a weird overview thing here. Maybe I spawned in a little bit too far in between, but whatever. What's our game speed? What? 0.5? We're only half speed? Are you absolutely kidding me? We can't be only half speed. That doesn't make any sense. Wow, my computer is maybe, for all I'm complaining about Lenovo's absolutely terrible customer service, maybe it is packing a bigger punch than I can expect. Okay, we know it's half speed, so we don't need to check that more. Okay, that spawning distance wasn't, yeah, that's probably a good thing. It's just so annoying that the broadside charge plasmas are always missing. Let's just pause the game here so we can set up. Let's see here. Wait, was that like an unlucky hit or something? I don't know. Okay, so the we have some pretty scary broadside lasers. I'm sure they're gonna burn some pretty big holes. You have a generator plasma system. And here we have some underwater frag spammers, right? You're probably not focusing on the sheriff deputies. Why would you? Man, one of the sheriffs is so enormously damaged already. I wish we could lock on to plasma charges. That's a little bit annoying. Time to see if I set up my targeting correctly. Yeah, well, if that's an issue, it's an issue. And if you did set them up correctly, you know where you will end up. You will end up in here. Or maybe not. The guard is sleeping, so, you know. I felt we kind of chose the same color of plasma charges. It's the coolest color, so I don't blame you. It's just confusing to see what comes from where. Oh, look at this thing. Oh, that's some very scary plasma. So the surface layer is very thin, like a thin crust here. So if you shoot a plasma charge, the constabulary is absolutely fine for the first blast, and then it's not very fine anymore. Oh no, please don't collide. Oh crap. Well, Oh! Right. We almost missed the action here. The sheriff deputies, they have entered the action. Look at that. And here we have one of the sheriff deputies' charge laser system is selecting a target aim point, and it better be good because it's gonna lock onto there, right? Oh man, one of the sheriffs selected a really bad point. Oh, look at that. That's pretty funny. We got locked on. Grace there. Ooh, no! What? We're gonna have a problem turning there. They have some evasive maneuvers, but it's not gonna matter here. We also have the police lights. That's nice. Oh, yeah. Your lambs are probably cleaning this up here, but we have a lot of incendiary missiles coming in here. Ooh, look at that. It's gonna be completely eaten up by those plasmas. It's not suited to deal with that kind of stuff. Here are the incendiary small missiles. Our lambs are probably spending a good bit of material on taking that out. Oh my lord, what the hell is in the water? Look at that, that's so many interceptors. What do you have on them though? They look a little bit... Is it maybe reinforced body? No? It looks like some extra part on there. That's a good bit of rudders. All right. That many interceptors does cause tiny lag. Oh no! Are we gonna have... Is it gonna despawn before it hits the... This is a little bit interesting. AP and guidance? Okay, that's good. Oh, it's despawning. It's so light. That could have dealt some damage under normal circumstances. Nice turret. I like that. Some engine parts as deco? I never thought of that. That's a nice idea. The deputy sheriffs are DQ'd, both of them. To be fair, the entire Army of GMODISM constabulary team is not quite half the cost of the Cataclysm, but the Cataclysm seems indeed to be much stronger than 2 sheriffs and 2 deputy sheriffs. This thing is looking super sad here. And this is so much... Oh yeah. We're not having a good day here, are we? I think we must test the massive battleship Cataclysm against the this S-Davidus class. Look at that. The funny thing is we can't protect ourselves. Man, that effect when we're shooting that broadside is pretty cool. Huge packs. Looking at this armor here, I feel that some Arcuballista Invictus would have been a good choice. Is that some big rollers or is that like up props? By the way, if you want to keep lag down a little bit in the future, I think maybe it's necessary to have these many actually, but that many missiles will probably cause some issues, but it's okay. We're not that laggy actually. Anyways, the Cataclysm, a massive battleship, does win this one. So, this is the Holy Metropolis Protector Fleet. S. Davidos. A little less there. It costs 6 million. So I guess we should begin with 2 of them, because then we have half of the cost of the Cataclysm. The Cataclysm is pretty strong, so I don't think it's yeah. I think it may not be that interesting if we only have 1, because then it's certain that the Massive Battleship 2 Cataclysm will win. So our cadet says Carius Nerf, that is another name in Discord, but anyways. I go overboard with the D-Torp interceptors because I tested against the Stronghold. The Stronghold has some absolutely insane torpedo. Yeah. And did you try out the Fred? Or is it the battle cruiser? I think it is. That thing can defeat the Stronghold. It was a time ago we had that battle. We can actually we can do that in the designer. Can actually snooze this one, since we're gonna just start the battle here. Right. So here we have the Cataclysm, and over here we have the S. Davidos classes. Now the S. Davidos, they would much want to be spawned at a closer range. They are not your long-range persons. All right. Alex, did you see that the band behind the internet's lost song? I will check it out later. If you posted it in our Discord, that's nice. All right. So now I think our game speed is, yeah, it's below half speed. It's like 30%. Man, this is just so tiny. Like these shells from the mini bolter, the minigun bolter. I hope you have proper EMP protection, because we are like providing thousands of needles all over the place here. Now the crams come in. This will be interesting. The S. Davidos class is not looking beautiful, but they are strong. They are. Ooh. It's lagging a little bit, so we can't really see the extent of the action. But the S. Davidos is a pretty heavy armor. That thing should be holding up decently against plasma. So even though the 2 S. Davidos classes may be half of the cost of the Cataclysm, I think it looks right now that they will win. We'll see though. Those insane packs can probably insta-kill too, if they hit at the right spot. Wow, what is this? That's a propulsion pod, yeah. It's pretty interesting. That's a very interesting type of azipod. Oh, wow. It has like an engine integrated. That's fun. It's a... That's a fun azipod. I like that azipods. That's a fun idea. The Cataclysm is pretty small for its costs. Yeah, plasma is so expensive. It only 388 meters. It's kind of hard to see a lot of the damage that the S-Davdos classes are inflicting, because we are in degraded mode. Many of the missiles that come in are actually incendiary missiles, though. Oh, damn. Is it properly EMP insulated, or did we just luckily destroy one of the weapon controller, perhaps? I lost a whole turret to a piercing shot pretty early. Yeah, okay. Wait, what are we doing? Nothing. Okay, good. Oh, you're over there. I was almost fearing that they kind of started to clip into each other. Let's see here. The S-Davdos class. Can't believe they're like going at 46 meters per second. That's insane. It is, however, 400 meters in length. So one S-Davdos class is actually longer than the mass of a battleship too. (92 and 92 versus 77. It's very unlikely that the Cataclysm will win this thing. The question is, will it win against one S-Davdos? I think it will, but we'll need to we'll have to try that out, you know. Oh, look at that. That's so damaged. Poor thing. I'm a little bit curious, though, to see where the mini bolters are even shooting. And it's going into there. They're spamming shots. Can shoot pretty well underwater. Oh yeah, I think one of the shells are actually incendiary. That's why it's burning underwater. The S-Davdos does not have arquebalistas, but it has the bolters. They have some pretty deep penetrating capability, and they shoot them at pretty high speeds. So several of them can go in there. I don't think it has arquebalistas. I don't think so. I'll need to check that. But the bolters are a better system. But of course, they're so expensive. Each of these turrets, is it like 400,000 or 200,000? It's pretty expensive though. But as for penetrative capabilities, a lot of these detonators, cram cannons, they are taking out now, of course, but you know, a Doom cram like this will penetrate. This is the original cram cannon that was used on the Gimle, and then it was updated a little bit, so the newer ones are better. We have some pretty... Do you hear this? They have their name because I wanted that specific gun sound, so they are 425 millimeters. We don't have any other penetrating things. We have a lot of diff guns, of course, because I wanted to have some superstructure or whatever. 92 versus 69. Well, it's pretty obvious that the massive battleship Cataclysm is not going to win against the S-Davidoses. So yeah, it may have been a little bit weakened with the fire update, because I updated the latest version of the S-Davidos to have a lot of incendiary damage, with the knowledge that a lot of people will not be able to... a lot of big battleships already existing doesn't have good defenses against incendiary damage, so when I added that, that was a to get an advantage, of course. And I think this is a case of that too. But yeah, I have some boilers over water. Yeah, exactly. That is an issue. The Gimla has too, and it's not beautiful when they get shot. We're having some serious damage, and also the S-Davidoses have an advantage in this battle because they are, of course, 2 targets, and you can't target both of them, and they are surrounding a bit here, and that's obviously a issue. Well, it's gonna die. It doesn't do much to shoot down anymore. So I think we should test it against one S-Davidos and see what happens. Maybe the S-Davidos is stronger than expected. Dear. All right. I guess we'll just start them. So well, we'll just need to wait for it to load. But this time, I know that the... actually, I don't know where to start. Maybe we should start at this one here. Well, let the battle commence. We have so many plasmas incoming there. Man. Each of those plasma turrets is more materials than the Gimla. Damn. That's a pretty big... That's some pretty expensive ones. Also, thanks, Sauber. The battleship hasn't taken damage yet, really. Obviously, the other oh, we have some shells there, but the bolters have probably not got much shots in there yet. Let's see here. Here we got some damage, of course. Oh, they had some pretty deep penetration. It's a good bit of damage. Yep, we have some damaged engines already here. Well, anyways. Penetrating laser. Man, these look so ugly when they are aiming up like that. I probably need to fix that. We're not supposed to do that though. Alright, now we can see we get the full barrage of the plasma here. And just like the gimlet, we have a thin exterior crust that takes the force of the blows. Now the rest of the guns come into contact, and we are getting our... Isn't this funny? We have backwards launched missiles, and they're diving in here. These are, of course, incendiary missiles, because why wouldn't we? And they're not reaching the target. Are they? Yeah? No? They kinda are. They are slowly leaking in here, it looks like. No, the lamps are able to handle them, at least the first volley. And the S Davidos is down to 82%, 84. And the massive battleship is at 97. So it does a pretty good job. I'm wondering though... Oh, now we're getting... Now we're probably getting some of those missiles that are actually reaching some targets here. Oh, and we have... Oh, damn! We'll need to check this out. What happened here? We got the cram mortars. And we got some more of them, right? No? 75%. Looks like the LAM systems... No. They are back to force here. They're able to delete those incoming incendiaries. Most of them, at least. I think we have a little fire started here, but it's probably not going to be fatal. 72%. I hardly think the S Davidos will be able to survive this thing. We need to check it out how it looks like. It's not looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, this thing is very sad. Look at it, poor thing. It's barely any blocks left. Most turrets are completely gone. Yeah, that plasma is pretty brutal, but it's from a 22 million system, so yeah. As you said, one of those turrets costs as much as the Gimli, basically. So it's fighting whatever it can do with its remaining VLMs and bolter turrets. We're not in a degraded mood anymore, though. We're gonna fly out and see how these are doing. They're aiming at the right spaces, they really are. First time chat, Dreknath, very welcome to GMODISM Empire live broadcasting department. Anyways, there was previously a ship, now there is a floating piece of scrap. I will indeed agree. 62%. The massive Battleship 2 Cataclysm is definitely going to beat one Super Davidos. But it seems that it can't beat two Super Davidoses. So I'm still happy, and I'm sure you're happy too, that it wasn't able to be defeated by one single S Davidos class. Let's see here, 6. So it's 6 million, right? So that's like 3 to 4 S-Davidos class of cost to get a kind of comparison on cost versus... Ooh, I like this barrel. That looks very nice. Yes, yes, yes. 55.2% is just 96. And then there we have that, indeed. There we have that. Now I want to see 2 Seth versus 1 Sheriff. That should be pretty close in cost. That we shall indeed. Let me see the Discord here. Netramira, there you are. Look at that. The Oxomoko Mark II. You sent it to me in DM, but the question is, why did you? That I can't answer. So... let's see there. I got it. Oh, god damn it. The massive battleship 2 Cataclysm actually has 0 materials. The Gimli could have won this. No, not the Gimli, I'm sorry. The S-Davidos could have won this if it weren't despawning right now. Having some saved energy to blast the S-Davidos floating piece of scrap. Anyways. So... Sanamit Bonnen, is the Seth a airship or a land ship? Stablery. Guess we're gonna have the carrier. It's a floaty one. All right. Something like that. And downloaded. We have that one. 2 of them. Sideways. 500 meters ish. Well, that's probably nice then. Hungry, hungry plasma. Definitely so. All right. Now we need to now we need to locate them. So here they have the Seth. I'm sorry about the color scheme. It looks kind of weird, but it looks okay. It looks better than most things with this color scheme. I don't know why I chose it. I just wanted something so different from the Gimli, so it would be obvious. Nice shapes. It's like... Whoa. Yeah, that's so funny. It kind of turns... It looks like an alien that's pretending to be a ship. That's a cool idea. So we take a ship and we make it into fundamental pieces. And then we have axes on it. I like that. The numbers get randomized when spawning. What numbers? Oh, these numbers. What the hell? How do you do that? Is that breadboard? I kind of want to know how to do that. I didn't know. Can you do that in the text module thing? That's a cool thing. I want that for fighters and stuff. That's breadboard. Yeah, of course it is. All fun things are breadboard. All right. Oh, okay. So we have some casualties, possibly. The the sheriff, I recorded too many Gimli battles, but the sheriff is a bit damaged. Anyways, now comes another plasma. All right. So they are shooting at the front of it like this. Now the lasers pop in. Dreknath, huh? Well, yes. So, is it hard to randomize numbers? Is it beginners breadboard stuff, or is it hard stuff? Anyways, this poor thing is getting pretty targeted here. I need to just pause this to check it out. Oh yeah, the lasers are burning there. I think you got hit by the broadside charge plasmas there. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Some of the fighters are already DQ'd though. And 99.9 versus and 97.8 versus 99.8. It's hard to escape these plasmas there. They're pretty scary. Oh, this is too funny. This is the observer. It kind of engages in combat. Well, it actually really shouldn't. It's just here and, you know, doing state trooper things, which is watching enemies from above and providing aim points towards the sheriff. Oh, it's being targeted. Or maybe we just shot ourselves, I don't know. It has no chance if anyone wants to shoot it. It's just, it relies on nobody wants to shoot it because it's so tiny and insignificant. That's really easy. Well, that's interesting. I would love to get some instructions on how to do that. I haven't learned any breadboard yet, but I want to at some point. That sounded very full of enthusiasm. It's just that, you know, I made it a big hill that I haven't started to climb on yet, basically. Anyways, so are we still targeting this thing here? Oof, a little sandblaster thing. Oh no. Now I accidentally take screenshots instead of... What are we even shooting? Oh, it's a Civs cannon. And it's shooting Civs things. Like those big missiles that are incoming from the sheriff. And that's right, I haven't seen many of the big missiles from the sheriff actually hitting anything. So I'm sure the Civ systems are doing a pretty good job. The broadside lasers have started to amuse themselves with this craft as well. The other Seth is in a bit worse shape, because it seems that the plasmas are still engaging it. I think we have to see what happens with this cram cannon shell here. Now the sheriff goes kind of up and down. It changes its altitude, so no cram system should have any good chance of hitting it ever. Man, it's only 0.2% that has been deducted from the sheriff here. Definitely. This really looks like the sheriff is gonna take this home. I may have overestimated my chances. Perhaps so. But the sheriff isn't, you know, very good. It's just pretty immune against crams. So if you're trying to build to bring some crams to the table to deal damage, it's probably not gonna be touched at all. Or it can be. It can be. It's just extremely unlucky for the sheriff if it would be. How... I don't remember now. How expensive was the Seth? Was 2 Seth similar to 1 sheriff, or how was it? Testing a 6 million airship against the S. Davidos to see some surprising results. Well, do tell me, what do you see? Now we can see the sheriff has been a little bit damaged here. It's taken some hits, so we're 0.4% now. But it has started to target the not so targeted Seth. Oh, so the Seth is 1.5 million. So then 2 of them are 3 million. So then it would actually need to be 4 Seth to be able to compete to... No, that's not true. That's not true. I'm thinking the sheriff costs 6 million, and it doesn't. It's just that I set the absolute max limit of building the sheriff to absolutely max 6 million, and then it stuck into my head while it ended up costing 4 million or something like that. 94% versus Davidos at 77 so far, says Karius Nerf. Well, that's a pretty good result. What does your airship have packing then? I don't actually know if I have ever tested the S. Davidos versus the sheriff. I may not have done that. Metric ton of crams? Well, that's hardcore. The Davidos doesn't have much defensive capabilities against crams. Are we gonna collide? Oh my lord. I think we're gonna collide. That's just a tiny little grace. Grazing a scratch. Yeah, okay. The sheriff is clearly winning this thing. We are at despawn territory here very soon, so it's not gonna be... It's over. It's over. You may have overestimated your chances, yes. Seth. 1.4 basically. And the constabulary is 4.2 million-ish. Anyways, I think we're gonna do like this. We're gonna see how the constabulary fares against the S. Davidos. I'm pretty sure, actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure that the S. Davidos is gonna win this very hard, but since I haven't tried, I don't know. So we're gonna check that out. Right. But to make the constabulary not absolutely loose, I think we have to add a sheriff deputy or two, perhaps. Something like that. Spawn altitude. No. Apply to team. All right then. So what are we rooting for? Who do you think will win? The Seth has some funny interiors. Well, you tell me that now. Also, we're not in designer anyway, so I guess it's not the best time to check it out either. Man, I feel this is probably gonna lag a bit. Probably is. Just give it some few seconds to load. I think I may have spawned them a little bit more in the air. All right then. It's gonna be pretty funny to see the S. Davidos in these colors. I would put my money on the sheriff. All right then. Oh my god, this color scheme does not work for the AOG here. Funny since I selected it, but whatever. This plasma turret is pretty scary. You can see the benefit of having this thin crust here, can't you? Like it's just, you know, it's taking a volley of some pretty insanely dangerous shots and just negating them. Oof. You know these pal wheels, man, they take insane amounts of energy. This is pretty cool. The sheriff deputies are here, and they are having a charged plasma system. This has to be watched in slow motion, and it's also combined with a charged plasma system, so it's drilling a hole here. And if you like watch slow motion and pause it, you can see that the charged plasmas are like totally wrecking the inside from the little hole that the laser has made. When it successfully delivers the payload where it should, it can do some crit damage. Now, that's not always the case, of course, but that's the idea behind it. Now, this hurt is pretty thick, so I'm not sure it's getting... Yeah, it actually is exactly not quite targeted in the right place, but whatever. Seems like nothing important is being hit, but yeah. Right, I'm wondering... if these little VLMs are actually going to reach their target. We're going to go back to full speed. Now the Super Davidos has some lambs, but they're not that scary. But yeah, of course, being a 6 million ship, you're gonna clean up something like this. Actually, it looks like it's cleaning up all of them. They're incendiary, by the way. I love that diff guns are reaching. Yeah, but it looks pretty good for the sheriff, to be honest. Maybe it will win this. It's being outmaneuvered and shot at different places. And you might think that these are scary now, but they really aren't that scary. At this point, they have spent their charge plasma charge and charge laser charge as well. So now they're just doing tiny fires at random places that basically mean nothing. So they're like more there to distract. Are we having some issues selecting a aim point, perhaps? Here we are. Oh. This is a time when you feel like it would have been a good idea to have like a tiny gun shooting at insignificant smaller targets just to get rid of them for good. Ooh. Yeah, perhaps. Perhaps, yeah. That's interesting. So the S. Davidos class obviously is a cram-based build, and those crams will not be able to reach the sheriffs. We're gonna check out a little bit with these shells from the... Wait, what? Did we shoot that insignificant aircraft? That's a waste of shots. I guess we should check here. Here we have some other bolter shots. Look at this thing here. Oh. Yeah, that's right. The lamps are actually connected up to the damage laser. So they're actually doing some significant damage to everything that's incoming. Not sure they can deal with these missiles though, these incendiary missiles. But these plasmas, they are actually also AA system, anti-air or anti-munition system. Yeah, they have a skimmer tip because they have an EMP charge. So they are designed to take out detection on sea vehicles. And to do that, it needs to hit over the detection line because that's where most of the detection is located. That's the reason behind it. And yeah, that's a skimmer tip. I like these little flowers. Not tricking the Super Davidos though, but it doesn't matter much. Oh, damn. Unlucky. It's so many missiles. The S. Davidos class can probably turn this thing around at any time. %86 is of course significantly behind 96%. Thing is that the S. Davidos class has a better ability to shoot at things when it's a little bit almost despawning, while the Sheriff is probably sinking if it's below 70. It has some systems that it will not die even if the engine power almost runs out. But of course, if too much is damaged, it's not going to be able to lift anymore, and then it's dead. Ooh. Well, thanks for the sub. I was confused about that sound, but thank you very much for the sub. That's cool. I think since I've been terrible at streaming the last couple of months, I think I lost the subs I had before. So I'm sure you're probably the only sub now. So well, thanks for supporting the stream. I'll be trying to get back to it. Actually, I have decided that I shall try to stream every Friday specifically. I haven't set a set time yet, but that's hopefully coming, and it's hopefully gonna be a lot earlier than I started this stream, which was a little bit later than advisable for Sweden time. Yeah. All right then. It's dragging in these fighters and repairing them. And that's probably... oh, god damn it. The officers. Poor things. And they kind of get repaired and they like instantly fly to battle. Let's see. And it's not even whole enough, I believe. Well, whatever. We're gonna see how that fares out, but the S. Davidos is still able to lam out those incendiary missiles from the air. And since the deputies are both at 90, respectively 80%, it's pretty likely that the charged plasmas could probably be shooting soon, in case they are not shot down completely. But look at that. It's getting targeted by the bolters. Man, this is not gonna survive many seconds, I believe. Oh, just pouring in a insidious mix of incendiary, EMP, heat damage. Ah, it's gonna die, and that soon. %79%, yeah. Really looks like the sheriff is gonna win this thing. But I'm sure the deputies did their part. They really did their part here. Confusing the enemy's damage dealing to be able to make the main vehicle deal some damage is always a very good strat. %, just like, how much damage are we dealing? You can see the bolter turrets. They look really fat and really expensive, but man, they are so armored. Just because we have so many dangerously expensive blocks. And the skimmer tips have a blue tracer too. Oh, damn. The S-Davidos might actually turn this around. We are getting through with a lot of those missiles here. This is not too good for the sheriff. Because if we're damaging that energy dealing, that energy generation, it's not going to be able to shoot those plasmas, which I haven't seen being fired in a little while there. Look at that. Well, we're gonna follow these things. These are a little bit funny. I don't think they're gonna be very useful during this little battle, but they are equipped with interceptors, I believe it was. I think they have a couple of interceptors on them. Which is very nice. Takes forever to get there, of course, but you know. Den som väntar på något gott, as they say. Oh. That's an anticlimax. Well, I shouldn't be too sad since I did design all of these ships, and when they're doing something smart/good, that's of course nothing I can be sad about. Man, that's so much damage systems here. Surprises me that this arquebalist, this bolter, I'm getting tired, is even able to shoot, since it's damaged the barrel so much that it basically isn't sticking out anymore. $86. It kind of surprises me that it's not dead yet. The other one is dead, but this one... Oh, you can see those arquebalistas are like shooting through the deputy. And these friends are still being shot down by the lambs. Lambs is not gonna give up this easily. I feel this battle in the end is drawing out a little bit here. It's just that we don't really know which is gonna win at this point. It's pretty even, so that's like the thing. Man, it deals so much damage here. Many of these shells are shooting through. It's of course a matter of time, but man. Yeah. And it's a 70%. Just need a few well placed shots and this thing is gonna be dead. I would have been so surprised if a mortar was able to hit it. That would have been insane. I guess we should watch the shells popping in at the sheriff instead. We started some fires all over the place too. Right now it kind of looks like the sheriff is gonna win this anyways. $84. So many missiles are coming in there. And the annoying thing with the sheriff is that this turret here, that's a shotgun turret. It's not even used if we're not going in close. So it's mostly to shoot down incoming aircrafts and stuff like that. $83 versus 67. The sheriff is starting to look a little bit sad. That has to be said. Like, look at that. If we just slow this down a little bit. Damage all over the place. Good to have shields. And these shells from the bolter, they're obviously not as deeply penetrating as the arcoballista, but they are pretty good still. Can just check what's happening with this thing here. This is a heat system. Oh, that kind of spawned a little bit outside. Good for the sheriff then. But that took out some things too. So they're kind of mixing the shells widely. One of course want them to be cyclical in a way, but they turn out to be coming in a bit of bunches, so we have like a bunch of heat-loaded designs, and then you get a bunch of other ones. The important thing is that something with a tracer, which is the skimmer tip, comes in at a time. The deck knife. I see the sheriff has been forcefully converted into an open concept design by the Davidos. Yes, I think they Davidos wanted the sheriff to be a little bit of a police cabriolet, you know, no roof type of car. Oh God, there we got an 81% versus 67. Yeah, the it's some pretty scary systems, to be honest. And when we are not having defenses to take out all of these incoming missiles, oh damn, it's doing so much damage. It's gonna be it's like incendiary too, many of them. That's super bad for the Davidos because it's flying pretty. No, for the sheriff, because the sheriff is flying pretty fast, and that will fan the flames. Oh, was that even a cram hitting now? But on the other hand, the Davidos is at 66%, so it's not exactly having statistics on its side. What the hell? How can this even fly still at 50%? Okay, now it's despawning. That survived so much longer than one would have anticipated. We're having so few weapon systems left here. Yeah, definitely. I think the Davidos might not only have wanted to give them better airflow, but maybe release some prisoners. All right. We can check that out here. You can see here, we can go down there. Yep, definitely breached. Prisoners' pods are breached, and you know, some in some of the rooms may have not been the best place to reside. That shall be said. This thing seriously needs to switch the side it turns to the enemy. It just doesn't do that a good way. $77.3 versus 64.3. This is a very close battle, actually. A little while ago it didn't look like it was, but it is. I think that was the cluster missile. By the way. And the crams are getting through too. Well. Bam. I still can't say which will win this. I'm kind of surprised the sheriff is flying at this point. And it's crazy that the Davidos is able to fight back with some pretty scary weapons, even though it's so damaged. But I guess the battle is like exponentially slowing down when neither of the enemy has the capability to deal that much damage, even though they're both dealing some to each other. Oh damn, we lost that shotgun cannon, but it wasn't useful anyways. Yeah, I think it would have been decided if the sheriff had switched sides. I agree there with Sanemit1, and that would have been great, but I set it up to switch sides. It just doesn't follow its own rules. It's like how many percentages of firepower, like if I set it up in a tiny minuscule amount, why doesn't it switch? It's like the center of mass has been moved now a little bit. But apparently not. I don't know. It's weird. And we have these incendiary missiles too. They're super scary. We have like detonator crams coming in. And here we're having this poor thing. Well. $59.4. Well, I should say this. I'm starting to get a good bit tired. So when this battle is concluded, I think we'll have to stop streaming for today. I will not be able to do another battle here, but we streamed for more than 3 hours now, which was my goal. So yeah. That's good. I'm thinking for the future streams, we're gonna start to do it on Fridays, but I might spontaneously stream some other days too, of course. But I'm thinking that we should aim for like 2 to 4 hour streams, basically. That's pretty appropriate. 58 versus 67. It's pretty interesting. Oh, and Marius Nerf, as long as you want to stay a Twitch subscriber here, you'll get the fun badges. I designed, or design. I wrote down on paper my wishes on how I wanted to have a design in as much detail I could, and then a professional person a few years ago completed that. So the progression badges on Twitch are actually the same progression badges on YouTube memberships, and they're the RTS based ones there, going from like simpler materials up to diamond as a top. I think it's funny, at least. I don't know. Reminds me that we should complete from the Settlers 5, which I haven't done yet. 56 versus 66 percentages. I mean, this is insane. But the Balanus plasma cannon is still shooting here, which is good. And that plasma cannon, the Balanus, was actually made as the build for a lieutenant a good while ago. All right, let's see there. Yeah, they're getting in there. We're doing some proper damage. It only needs to shoot off something important, but it's so surprising to me that the sheriff is actually still flying. Looks like it's been somewhat lucky so far, to be honest. Oh, it's the time limit. Never mind. It's the Gimli rules, you see. Oh, there we had the what is it called? What is it called? The S Davidos has a carrier system of cluster missiles, yeah, that are pretty decent. 55 percentages. Well, it's looking very much like Sannemit-Bonnen is gonna be right here. The sheriff, at least with 2 deputies by its side, is indeed stronger than the S Davidos. It's 0.1 percentages from despawning. And there we go. There we go. Or is it like, why? It's kind of, no. Now it's slowly, okay, it's that. It's lagging so much here. It's lagging so much. Wow. The sheriff is pretty good at staying in the air. Karius nerf, I do agree, but it's not always that good at staying in the air. The sheriff has very many systems to keep it in the air, even if it's damaged. But yeah, it's really trying to not get sunken, and it even has a big slab of rudders that if it hits the water, it will stay on top of the water surface and not sink, basically working like a hydrofoil. As long as the forwards propulsion is working, it's not gonna sink. But of course, at 63 percentages, it's very surprising to me that it hasn't gone down yet. That's a bit of luck too. And as Sanimit Bonnen says, this could end as a draw very easily as well. I usually see despawning in the area when I use it as a target. Yeah, despawn. Okay, well, I'm also a little bit colored from developing the craft. I was a little bit, you know, I've seen it sink and go down so many times, and I tried to fix those issues. Of course, I tried to fix those issues, but then I have to update my memory on how good / bad it actually is. And maybe I fixed more than I knew, basically. Well, I think we have that as our stream today. So I'm going to go to sleep, and if you haven't done that already, you can follow the channel, because it would be cool to reach 500, and I have no reason to do that. We are already a Twitch affiliate, and we need a lot of better stats to be a partner in Twitch, and I think I don't even need to think about that before I've started streaming basically every day. So yeah, that's no hurry. But I want to reach 500 followers as an arbitrary number because it sounds nice. So if you haven't followed yet, you can do that. But I guess you maybe also be watching this on the GMODIST channel, because that's where all the VODs go. And if you haven't followed the Twitch channel, you should do that, because otherwise you won't be able to catch the lives. I did a poll on the main channel, GMODISM, and like 30%, no wait, like 50%-ish knew that we were streaming on Twitch, but the other half thought that we streamed on YouTube, or on YouTube and Twitch, and both of those are completely wrong. It's only Twitch. I'm probably gonna experiment with vertical live streaming on the YouTube channel, just chatting thing, whatever, because I want to try that. That's nothing I tried before, but not the gameplay streams. I can't do that being a affiliate and stuff. There you can see the this thing got activated. It's pretty crazy that even though it's at 9%, it's still able to send out some of those. I'm gonna snooze this. It's pretty crazy. It sends out some missiles still. It's insane. Shooting from the grave. Good night. Thanks for playing around with the Cataclysm. Well, thanks for sending it in. It was fun to see. And I'll be seeing you all in future streams. I should stop rambling, because I can do that for a very long time. So other than that, check out the Relaxism and GMODIST channel. I have different streams 24/7 on both of them using my old PC. That can be nice if you want some 24/7 from the depth entertainment when this stream is over. The GMODIST channel has a loop of all the gameplay and tournaments and stuff, and yeah. Anyways, see you next time. This is your host, and I'm very much going to close this game down and be signing out. So thanks for joining, and see you next time.